This woman with a charming face and a beautiful dress. On the surface, he is a respected president of a company, but in fact, she is also a witch who has lived for more than 200 years. Her name is Angie. She once turned my boyfriend who abandoned herself into a vampire, and locked him in an iron coffin. Now, the news came that an employee was attacked by an unknown creature. Only then did she find out that Edward, who was banned, had escaped. So, she immediately went to Edward's former villa. Sure enough, this old frame, which has not been seen for 200 years, has really returned here. Angie came up with a bite. Well, it still smells familiar, but Edward didn't expect it. Angie is still alive, although it has been 200 years. But Edward is still upset about Angie killing her lover and turning him into a vampire. Angie bluntly said. She also planned the decline of their Collins family. I like it when you don't like me. You can't kill me again. Angry Edward wanted to do it, but Angie opened the curtains. The incoming sunlight almost turned Edward to ashes. Subsequently, Angie dropped a "welcome back, leave with a small drink." Edward, unwilling to be defeated, decided to recapture their great cause. He first restored the manor. Then he led everyone to cut their heads and work hard. Let their fishing company reopen. In order to expand the fishing boat, Edward found the local boatmen, trying to persuade them to give up fishing for Angie's company. Naturally, he was severely rejected, so he used hypnosis directly on the boatmen. That's it. The family business began to flourish under Edward's management. At the same time, Edward's feelings with his tutor Selena, it also heats up rapidly. And Angie was very annoyed when she learned all this. She invited Edward to negotiate. Want to buy Edward's family business for $1.75 million. Edward, of course, would not agree. He also wants to regain the glory of his family. But it doesn't matter. Angie, the truth of this meeting, is to get Edward back to himself. And in the face of Angie's extreme temptation, although Edward tried his best to restrain his desires, but these 200 years of dry wood met the fire. It's still on fire at 1 o'clock, but not for a while afterwards. Edward began to regret it, or refused Angie's condition. But Angie let go of her harsh words. If I can't get you, no one else can get it. In order to revive the influence of the family, Edward gave a big ball. People from all walks of life in the town come to attend one after another. This convinced Edward once again. Family revitalization is just around the corner. He finally got up the courage to show his love to Selena. And history is always strikingly similar. The scene where Selena accepts Edward happened to be seen by Angie, who came to the dance. She trembled with anger, almost cracked on the spot. Although Edward won Selena's heart, but his identity as a blood ghost has always been his biggest knot. But if you want to be human again, he can only go to Angie the witch again.